Alright, this is for Project Soul, and Jaime Colon, he wanted me to do a tutorial for Paraknife, otherwise known as SwitchBlade. And pretty much anytime when you're doing a knife or anything that ends with a hook, anytime you're doing any one of those type of variations, it's very, very important, as you know, because the final thing you see is the hook kick. So you really want to make sure you understand the hook kick and exactly where you need to be in order for you to throw a effective hook kick, okay? And I say effective because we want these things to be clean. Now when you're doing your parafuso, it's very important that you get those feet together as much as you can, okay? And you pretty much want to try to get them together around 11, pretty much through 1 o'clock, okay? So pretty much over here, all the way to over here, okay? You don't want to like have it going at 3 o'clock, okay? If you really want to be like crazy about it, then I would pretty much say like 11 to 12. Don't get your feet together at 1, okay? You really want to make sure that your parafuso comes together before your feet get to 12 o'clock. It's very, very, very important, okay? And when you're doing your parafuso, it's very, very important that you have very good core. You need very good abs, okay? Because it's not about necessarily getting your legs up there, but you gotta hold it as well. So so those things are very, very important. So if you're wondering, like, man, you know, these guys have crazy parafuso, how do they get their legs that high and how they're able to hold it? Well, most of the people who can do very, very good parafusos can also do this as well. Okay, very, very, very good drill. Now, when you're doing this, as you can see, it uses a lot of arms, but try not to focus on the arms so much. It's more about my ability to get my hips to kind of swivel upwards more and to keep my feet up. And that's what's going to create that lift that you see when I do my parafuso. Now, hooking out of the parafuso is going to be a little bit awkward because both feet are up and your hips are forward and your head is up. It's a very, very awkward position. But when you're doing your parafuso, hooking out of it is going to be just like any other thing that you're hooking out of. When your feet are up and you start spinning out of it, okay, you actually don't want to keep your legs straight, okay? Maybe one leg might be straight, but the leg you're going to hook with, once you start pulling those toes down out of the parafuso, you want to chamber that leg in. Don't leave it straight. Don't try to parafuso all the way around with your legs together and then at the last second hook. Don't do that, okay? Pull your legs up to the 12 where they meet, and then as soon as they get to the 12, turn out and just try to turn it into a cheat 7. Don't even think about, oh, but I'm in an awkward place because my feet are up, okay? Don't think about that, okay? Try to focus on doing the parafuso with enough pull so that when you turn around or when you spin out of it, your leg is going to drop down immediately, okay? And when your leg drops down, you want to drop down into the exact position that you have to be to throw a hook kick, okay? And that's what's going to help you make this thing clean, okay? That's all you need to do. Feet up in the parafuso, drop down, spin out of it so that your hip is facing the target. Because if your hip is facing the target, that's all that you need for your hook to go to the target as well, if your hook kick is how it should be. And it should be right by now, okay? Otherwise, you shouldn't even be doing this move, all right? So, remember, if you're kicking with your right leg when you're doing your hook kick, like myself, the only thing you need is for your right hip to be facing that target when you come out of that parafuso, okay? And remember, like I said, don't let the leg stay straight all the way down. Hit the parafuso, get to 12, and then cancel it. Stop it. Stop it there and just spin out into a position where your hip is facing the target, okay? And then from that, then all you have to do is just throw a standard hook kick. That's all you need, okay? And likewise, if you do your spin hook with your left leg, okay? Likewise, okay? Your feet come up to the 12, same thing. Once it gets here, don't let it drop all the way, okay? Don't let it stay straight and drop all the way, okay? We're not trying to do a parafuso to a late hook kick. We're trying to knife this thing. This thing needs to be aggressive. So it needs to snap. The snap that needs to happen needs to snap right after impact, okay? And that's generally at 1 or 12, okay? So remember, feet come up, boom, they hit together, at 12, and then you cancel that. You just spin out of it. You torque out of it, and you throw that left high, okay? And don't try to let your chest face the target. Because if your chest is facing the target and you're spinning out right, that means your hips are going to be squared to the target. You don't need your hips to be squared to the target for you to throw a hook kick to the target. You only need that left hip to be facing it, okay? So only spin out that much. And let the kick be the thing that pulls you around. That's what's going to make it look really, really nice, okay? All right. Peace.